morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is Tanks and Tutties, brought to you by Tubbs and Franke. How you guys doing? Wow, that was a lot.
My ears are a little
I'm out of breath
hurting
on that one. Well, hey, great episode for you guys this week. We had some eventful weekends. We obviously had the NFL draft, some MLB, and a big hit from the boys. That'll be later. Be sure to tune in so you hear about that one. And then our top five today. I'm very excited. I wanted to do this last week, but Frankie said no. He finally agreed. We're doing the top five celebrities we'd like to punch in the face if given the opportunity.
I didn't say no. I thought we had better ideas.
We're going to hit Guess Who. I'm not going to lie to you. I do remember who I did. So we got a baseball player, and it looks like a hockey player from Frankie today. So that'll be fun. And then roulette. So, Frankie, how was your weekend?
I'll keep it short and simple. My weekend, I grinded the shit out of MLB The Show, and I went to the bar for a couple drinks on Sunday, and that was that. Paige had to work Saturday, so I just stayed home, grinded, got on my game, and yeah. How was your weekend?
Mine was good. I know I said ours was eventful, but more mine, I guess. I didn't know what you did, but Friday had a bunch of friends over to see the house. I ended up grilling. We had some drinks, played some games. Turns out a friend of mine and his dad are very good at foosball, but we beat him in darts and then played a couple games, went to bed. And then Saturday I golfed in an outing. That was electric. Loved to golf. And the weather was looking iffy. It was supposed to rain all week, and then Friday it looked fine. And then I was expecting cloudy, so I wore some golf pants and a windbreaker. And by the second hole, the windbreaker was off, the polo was out, the boys were buzzing. Shot 8 under, so that was good. Didn't win any money back, but you got to love an 8 under. And then Saturday night, I went bowling with Sid and her family, and then hung out at their place for a little bit. And then Sunday, just did some grocery shopping, did some cooking, went over to my parents for a little bit, and then came home, played MLB The Show. So Sunday was a little bit more chill. But real quick story, there was an outing that was supposed to be on Sunday at the same course that we were going to do, but it sold out. It's called their Spring Scramble. It's cheap. The payouts are good. There's a lot of teams. And last year, I think we got third in our flight. They flight it. But it filled up. It was sold out, so we didn't get to do it. But then I was talking to the guy on Saturday because we signed up for a different one. And he said they canceled it because the weather was bad. And I got to sign up for the rescheduled event in May. I'm so excited. It's going to be a beautiful – it's on my birthday weekend too. So Friday, going to do something around here with friends. And then Saturday, I'm coming out there to see you and Paige. And then Sunday, I get to golf. That's going to be one hell of a weekend. I'm going to come on here.
I was going to say, that sounds like one hell of a weekend.
Wait for that weekend recap. Locks and Longshots here. My locks were 30 and 23. We've been on a bit of a skid. I've kind of just been winning, losing. Last week we took the Bucks minus 11. That didn't work out, as we all know. They got eliminated. So I guess I should have taken the Heat money line.
However, not the most embarrassing playoff performance of the year so far.
Right. Correct.
Quickly, we're knocked out of that battle. So
yeah.
Shout out to the Bruins.
Oh, okay. That's what I thought, but I just wanted to make sure you weren't talking NBA because I haven't paid attention to NBA. Yeah.
No.
We're not really going to talk about NBA and NHL yet. We're going to wait for the conference finals. We're going to do a preview and a recap. But real quick, the Bruins set the NHL record for wins and points in a season, and then they absolutely choked their series against the Panthers and lost. So I don't want to say people forgot about the Bucks, but people like me did a little bit because the Bruins was just, how do you do that? You win the President's Trophy, you set all these records, and then you get bounced.
It's not a failure. It's just a step to success. So
there you go. But this week on the locks, I'm going to take the Oilers money line Wednesday against the Knights. I don't know if you know this, Frankie, but the Oilers have always been my backup team for when the Red Wings don't make the playoffs.
Huh. Weird.
They're the team. I have an Oilers hat to prove it. I
have 2 Grizzlies jerseys.
Senior year. I know, that's all. I don't root for them, and if they win, I'm not going to post about it. But for this series, I'll be rooting against you. I'll wait for that. But taking the Oilers money line Wednesday against the Knights. I believe they are minus 110 or 115. That game's a real toss-up. Both teams are playing well. It's going to be a great series there. Longshots, 15-34, not good. I need to find a way to get back, but we had the Bucks to win the series. That obviously didn't work out. We won't hit that again. But this week, my other backup team, which this isn't really a backup, it's just I've been watching them and they're a lot of fun. The Devils, dude.
I can't believe you right now.
Dude, I'm not. It's not like you with the Grizzlies. Like you're actively rooting for them and you probably follow them on social media and shit. I don't. I just if they're on. Oh, okay. Well, I follow the Oilers, but I don't follow the Devils. But I've been watching them. They're fun. They're young. They got a couple Michigan guys too, so that's another reason. But they played the Rangers last night and they were so fast. They looked so good. They're taking on the Hurricanes in their series now. We're taking their money line Wednesday. It's plus 100, so it's a light long shot. But I think the Devils are just so fun right now to watch. The only thing I did notice, did you watch that game yesterday at all or no?
Sorry, which one? I was looking up a different bet.
The Devils Rangers.
No, I didn't.
Okay. The Devils fall a lot. Their players they'll like the ice monster gets them and they just slip and fall. That's one thing I noticed. I don't know if it's because they're moving so fast, but I was counting last night with Sid. 8 times they fell in the 2 hours I was watching. No contact.
I feel like
they didn't get obviously there's a lot of falling in NHL. You get hit, you get tripped.
I was gonna say I feel like 8's not a ton though.
It is when it's only when it's
just like
no
open
contact.
Ice skating.
Open ice, yeah, they just fall. And there was
that's a little strange.
So why don't you tell me about your locks?
So my locks, we had a pretty good week on locks last week. We are now 12-7-1. I hit the Knights minus 2.5 for their series spread. They ended up winning 4-1. And then I had the under 4.5 quarterbacks in the first round of the draft. That one got a little bit sweaty after we had 3 in the first 4 picks. I think is what it was. But after that, the coast was clear. We didn't get anything till the second. So we got that one. I found a couple weird locks that I like this week, but the only one I'm going to stick with is this one. I like the Twins to win their series against the White Sox this week. It starts tonight. The White Sox have just not been good recently. The Twins have been quite a bit better, and it's minus 130 on DraftKings. You have Joe Ryan and Pablo Lopez both pitching. I would assume if the Twins are going to lose one game, it'll be the second game of the series because they have Louis Varland, a guy who's coming up from AAA, pitching against Dylan Cease. So if they're going to lose one game, it's probably that one. The one game that worries me is going to be Game 3, though. It's Pablo Lopez versus Lucas Giolito. So that one will be tight for the rubber match, but I do like the Twins to pull that out. Minus 130 is good value. So for long shots, I am 4-21. I lost last week on Anthony Richardson.
For all time.
I don't know where you got that number from. But
I've been tracking you all time. You did get a win, but you added 2
I
more
did.
losses.
I did get a win. Anthony Richardson, number 2 overall. Obviously, he did not go number 2. He went number 4, which fortunately I did have as another long shot, so we'll take that win and 1 loss. Then I had the Bucks versus Suns finals matchup. Suns are looking good, but yeah, Bucks did not.
Suns are not looking good. They're down 2-0 in their series now.
Oh, I thought it was 1-1.
It's 2-0.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Yep.
Well, good thing that one already lost, so
yeah, right.
Don't have to worry about it.
Yep.
I still have those 3 open that I keep talking about, and I'm not going to mention them again. This week, I got some random ones this week, boys.
Yeah, you do.
We got the Kentucky Derby this week. I know nothing about horse race betting. I know nothing about horse racing in general. I know it's a hell of a lot of fun to bet on, though.
Yeah.
So, I picked out a couple that I liked. Only one do I know anything about. So we're going with Tappet Trice plus 500. You never take the favorite. This is the second highest, or the second lowest odds you can get. So we're taking the second favorite at Tappet Trice. Just sounds like a funny name. Mm-hmm. Then we're taking Verifying at plus 1800. I'm only taking this one because it's number 2 on the track.
Oh, okay.
And then
do you like your 2s? Come on, Eileen.
we're taking King Russell at plus 8,000. This is just the long shot of the entire race. It's the highest odds you can get, so I'm taking that.
Is he the only king? Is he the only king?
I think so.
Okay.
By the way, these are all off Bovada because I can't find odds anywhere else. And then I'm taking Derma Sotogake at plus 1,000. And this is the one horse that I know something about.
Oh, okay.
So plus 1,000, 10-1 odds. It's pretty middle of the pack odds for a horse. But it is a Japanese horse that apparently runs a lot of races in Japan. However, they have been stateside recently, they won the UAE, United Arab Emirates, whatever, Derby that's over there, and set like a record for time, and the track is longer than the Derby. So people are thinking if they can run that kind of track longer, faster, then coming over here should translate well, and they might do really well. I will say watch out for the favorite because I guess the favorite has really good track history, so be careful of that. But Derma Sotogake is my horse this week. That's my favorite. So
yeah.
And then just since Jake talked about the Oilers, I'm taking the Knights series money line at plus 130. So.
Oh, for the series.
Yes. Sorry.
Make a note of that.
I'll make sure that's in there.
Yep. What was I gonna say? Fuck. Oh, you want to know how big of a gambler Franke is? This man has done it all, from bad beats to huge wins. I've seen him hit ridiculous parlays. I've seen him go on heaters of the century and also the cold streaks of the century. But the one story that
I'm on a cold streak right now, actually.
You were on a heater for a long time up until this cold streak. Like for a month or almost two, I swear. It was just big slot win or big win. You were on a heater. But that's not what I'm talking about. There was one day we were sitting in our apartment. I believe it was our junior year of college. And you had bet on a horse race. Just some random, it was a weekday.
I remember
horse race.
this period of my life.
And I'm like, okay, he's betting on a horse race in the afternoon. That's odd. But you didn't put a lot on it, so I knew you didn't have a problem. But we're watching the horse race, and your horse won. So you clearly wanted to celebrate. He's in the kitchen. He's slamming shit. He's yelling. We're all pumped up. That's the best part when you're with somebody. You ride their bet if you didn't bet it, and their win feels like your win, right? Couple minutes later, they start talking. And this man's horse got disqualified from the race
for leaving their lane.
Left his lane. It's just
how does a horse leave a lane? There's not fucking lanes on a horse track.
You have been through all of the ups and downs of gambling, and I love it. And that's one of my favorite stories. I
went through a really weird period of my life where I was like during the middle of the summer. One summer, I just would randomly find the horse racing channel on my TV and just bet random horse races throughout the day. And it was electric because there's like a horse race like every 7 minutes.
Yep.
And you just had no idea where they were taking place, what the horses were. You just throw a couple bucks on a horse and watch them run. And
I want to go to the track with you sometime because I've never been to a track, but I also want to see all the degenerates out there just so I can be like, man, I'm glad I'm not this guy. You know what I mean?
I actually looked. You can get Derby infield tickets, which I don't know if I'd want to be in the infield for the Derby, but Derby infield tickets are pretty cheap. It's like $100. It's when you sit in the grandstands, the cheapest ticket's like $800. So that's probably a no-go. And you have to dress fancy and everything. So I'm probably out on that one. But yeah, I'd like to go to a track sometime. I'm sure
we'll have to look into that. With
me moving to the Mid-South, there's probably plenty.
Yeah, yep. Well, all right. That was fun. Love to get a good story out. I got to find that. I have a video of you freaking out in our kitchen. I'll try to find that one.
I was pissed.
Send it to you.
I was very pissed.
That was a good time. MLB. So we go from the lowest of lows to one of the highest highs of the weekend. We hit a huge parlay. Why don't you talk about it since you put it together?
Yeah, so we had the Mexico, I don't know if it was considered the Mexico City series or if it was just the Mexico series or what it was, but the MLB, they're doing like a world tour type of thing. And they had some games in Mexico this weekend. And for those of you that don't know, like most people, I guess most people don't really know, but the field in Mexico, this location, is like 25 feet higher than what Coors Field is. And the balls already fly in Coors. Plus, it's warmer here in Mexico. So I decided I was going to go look and see what the home run odds were. And come to find out, they were all just horrible odds. So I decided, you know what, I'm just going to throw together a huge parlay. And hopefully the balls are juiced, balls are flying. They were. I believe I took, yes, okay, so I took, it was plus 5,000 odds. Fernando Tatis, Manny Machado, Juan Soto, and Nelson, Xander Bogaerts and Nelson Cruz was who I had.
Yep, not Juan Soto.
Not Juan Soto. Plus 5,000, I threw $5 on it to win 255, and it cashed.
Yep.
Jake, on the other hand, threw 10 on it
for 5
and decided to get half of his mortgage payment all done in one day.
Yep.
And then, I mean, do you want me to talk about Sundays at all or not?
Not yet. I want to talk about Saturday still. So this was Saturday's game, obviously high scoring. I don't even know what the final score was, 18 to something?
16 to 11. The over-under was set at 15.5, and the Padres hit it by themselves.
Yep. So you sent that in our group chat, and you and our friend Javi were kind of talking about it. Balls are going to fly, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, man, if this hits, I want to be a part. I'm so thankful it did, but I'm just so glad it clicked because I was like, man, I don't want to miss out if this hits. And I was like, everything makes sense. I believe these guys. And then when I put it together, I was driving to my girlfriend's house, I think. Anyways, when I was betting it, I wasn't really paying attention. So I thought I took Juan Soto instead of Machado or Tatis, one of the two. And it was higher odds because Soto had lower odds than Tatis, I think. It was Tatis. So when Juan Soto hit his, he was the last one that I thought I needed. So I texted Franke. I'm like, oh, it hit. And I was bowling, so I wasn't really paying attention. She's like, nope, not yet, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, well, I have Soto. And then I stopped looking for a little bit. And then I realized I had Machado. And then, bam, Machado hit the last one. It was fucking electric. I put 10 on it for 5-10. I'm just so thankful I rode. Because you send a lot of dumb parlays. And I'm just so glad that for whatever reason this one clicked, and I said I got to be a part of this. I almost threw the over in as well, but I was like, it barely boosted it. I think it took it to like maybe plus 6,000, which obviously is better, but not enough to chance it. Because I was like, oh, if these 4 hit one, the under can still hit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I'm scrolling through my texts right now in the group chat. And so you said, oh, oops, I did Soto instead of Manny. And then I said, well, that's probably good. Yours is probably better odds. And then Tatis hit a home run, and I said, yes, sir. Come on, Manny. All we need is Manny. And then literally like 2 pitches later, Manny Machado hit it. And I said, yes, sir. I'm cooking up a bomb tomorrow. This is fucking awesome. Mm-hmm. I feel bad for Javi, our friend Javi, who did not ride that parlay. Mm-hmm. And then he got in on Sunday, and Sunday kind of sucked.
Oh, so that's what it was. It was that I was bowling, and I stopped paying attention to what you guys were saying. And you're like, oh, how much did you get from Soto? Yeah, I was all over the place. I was scrambling. I was with her parents, too, so I couldn't really be on my phone a lot. But then, like you said, Sunday, we all put together a couple thinking it would be the same thing, and I think the
well, then the sports books got scummy on us too. Well,
yeah.
Actually, I say they got scummy. They probably saved me some more money, so
exactly.
Probably not that bad. But Sunday, yeah, all the sports books just would not allow you to parlay home run hitters, which in their defense, they probably got absolutely hammered on Saturday. So they're like, fuck this,
Right.
we're not risking it again. Worst case, they could have just absolutely tanked the odds if they wanted to, but then they would have pissed off way more people. So instead, they just shut it all down. And then people found a loophole where you could just do 4+ bases parlays. Then they took that down, and everyone was making jokes about how when the sports books, like, writer or whatever they're called, the traders, when traders find out that home runs and 4+ bases are the same thing, and it was like the gif of the guy being like, what the hell? But yeah, so sportsbooks took all that down, so nobody really got anything in on it. I did take a shit ton of straight up home runs, and then I think there was 3 home runs hit in the game, and it finished like 6-4. Yeah, I think they killed the balls.
I think that's the only way. I didn't watch either game, but from what I read, the ball was not flying as much in the second game. You also had better pitchers, though.
So I did hear
Musgrove was pitching in the first game. He's been fucking good. He got lit up.
So here's what I heard. So in Coors Field, they use you know how they use a humidor for all the balls to make sure that the balls are stored in the same elements or whatever.
Yep.
So Coors, they use a different humidor because of the elevation. The one that they were using in Mexico City was the same as all of the normal stadiums and not Coors. So I wonder if Saturday they used the normal one, which would make the balls fly more.
Right.
And then after Saturday, they're like, holy shit, we can't do this.
Well, it's probably not a different humidor.
It
It's probably just different settings.
Yeah. Yes.
So that's probably what happened.
Yeah.
But
I don't know.
Luckily,
it was crazy.
Luckily, I didn't get dumb on Sunday. I was able to get one in, but I could have went crazier, and I might have went crazier. But with the house,
I'm
being a lot smarter. So.
Yeah, I mean, I threw out a bunch of singles, but it was all like I didn't go big on them. I all went like half units, quarter units on them, so it was nothing big. It was more just fun. So.
Let's get into the fun stuff. How about this Dodgers team orgy?
Yeah,
wow.
So I'm currently in the process of writing our Week 4 power rankings for a fantasy baseball league, and I wrote a little bit about it. So I said, if anybody rostered Dodgers last week in fantasy baseball, I'm really sorry. It's like the 2nd or 6th coming of the pandemic, and all of a sudden, all the Dodgers are gone for the week. And by coming, I mean more like coming, if you know what I mean. But for anyone who didn't realize, 6 players who are either current or former Dodgers joined the paternity list last week. And by my math, approximately 9 months ago, that was the All-Star break, which was conveniently held at Dodger Stadium. So to me, that sounds like they either had a sex pact or a team orgy. So those players were Max Muncy, Brusdar Graterol, Evan Phillips, Mookie Betts, Caleb Ferguson, and then former Dodger Cody Bellinger. More, I guess, personally, I want them to take paternity tests.
That's what I was just gonna say. That's what I was just gonna say.
I would
what if they had some swingers party? And
you can't convince me that one person didn't just accidentally slip one in the wrong spot. You can't. I mean, you can't tell me that Cody Bellinger was not high enough to even get one up. No chance.
That would be some crazy shit. Imagine the 30 for 30 on that one.
Oh, God. And I'm pretty sure Cody Bellinger, I think that's actually his second kid anyways, but I just like to poke fun at him. But, yeah, I mean, if there's, what if there's more coming? If there's more players that are about to go on the paternity list, too, it could just keep going and going and going. But, yeah, people have been making jokes about it all week and how the Dodgers had a homecoming party and wasn't really an all-star break. And, yeah, just convenient how 9 months ago it happened to be a break in their own hometown. So
yeah, that's got to be what was I going to say? 6 is there's something to that. At the same time, 6 players, yeah, something happened.
Yeah.
I mean, they also all could have just been fucking on the all-star break, but I'd like to think that there was some sort of sex party.
That's the more fun way to think about it.
Yep. The White Sox. Tell me about the White Sox.
Yeah, so they were on a epic losing streak. They had not won a game. I believe it was I think it got to 10 games. They hadn't won a game in 10 games. And then they came in against the Rays of all teams. And they ended up beating the Rays 12-9. I, unfortunately, somehow, of all things, I got screwed on this game. So, come the 6th inning, the White Sox are up 3-2. And I was like, actually, come the 7th inning, they're up 4-2. I was like, you know what? It's the Rays. I'm going to live bet the Rays right now. I have a boost. Boosted it to like plus 400. Next inning, top of the 8th inning, Rays put up 5 runs. So they go up 7-4. And I was like, all right, we're looking great. It's the Rays. They're not going to blow this. Mm-hmm. They give up 1, so it's 7-5. Score 2 more in the top of the 9th. So go up 9-5. You know what they do in the bottom of the 9th? Give up 7 runs to the White Sox, who are on a 9-game losing streak and lose 12-9.
That's gross.
So, congrats to the White Sox for breaking their losing streak and finally getting to 8 wins. They are 8-21 currently.
Nice.
Yeah, Luis Robert looks like he doesn't want to be there anymore. Not sure if you saw that video. Apparently, it was because he was injured. I don't know if I buy it. I just wish the White Sox could have chosen a different day to do so.
Right.
That's all.
That sucks. He had him at plus 400. They came back.
Yeah, and I was having a bad day too yesterday. I think it was on Sunday that it happened. And, of course, I hate betting on Sundays because weird shit always happens on those Sunday games. Mm-hmm. But I was like, you know what? I'm having a bad day. This looks good. I'm just going to throw a couple bucks on it. It was going to be a great bounce back, help me recover. Nope. Worse.
And then last MLB point, Aaron Boone, cuck of the year.
Yes, cuck of the year. So, Domingo Germán, pitcher for the Yankees yesterday. This is Monday night. He is pitching against the Guardians, and he has a 2-hit shutout going into the 9th inning and strikes out the first guy, gives up a single to the second hitter, and Aaron Boone decides, you know what, my pitcher has 88 pitches. That's getting kind of high, even though he's only given up 2 hits and, held this team scoreless for 8 1/3 innings.
Right.
Ends up pulling Domingo Germán, putting in Clay Holmes, who decides to give up 2 runs, ties the game. They bring in another pitcher. I don't remember who they brought in. He ends up, they brought in Wandy Peralta. He gives up a walk to give the Guardians the go-ahead run coming in. And the Yankees lose 3-2 after Domingo Germán pitches 8 1/3 of 2-hit shutout innings.
And the fact he was at
on 88 pitches.
88 pitches. Totally understand if he was at 105 or 106 or even 95. But dude, 88? He's so
Aaron Boone
90.
feels like a guy that would pull his pitcher in the 7th inning of a no-hitter with like 80 pitches.
Yeah.
Like, you know what?
Yeah.
He walked a guy, perfect game's over.
Call it time management.
Yeah. Yeah, so Aaron Boone, cuck of the year.
All right. Do you want to do Guess Who before the draft?
Yeah, sure.
All right. Let's start with mine. We are going to give you... All right, don't look.
Well, we got a baseball player.
Yep, it's a baseball player. Okay, there you go. That's what we're going to give you.
Okay, so they were... I can see total bases, grounded into double plays, hit by pitches, sacrifice hits, sacrifice flies, intentional walks, positions, and awards. They were
a one-time
mostly
all-star
a second baseman, a one-time all-star. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years?
Mm-hmm.
9 years. Second baseman. One-time all-star. I feel like Ricky Weeks was more than a one-time all-star, but I'll throw out Ricky Weeks.
Incorrect. give you a little bit more here. We'll go up to... we'll go up to there.
Okay, so they didn't... Wow, okay. That OPS plus. Like to see it.
Yeah.
So they didn't really steal a ton of bases.
Mm-mm.
They walked a decent amount. Struck out a lot in the middle of their career.
Had some good
286
years,
hitter.
though.
Okay, that's a... Okay, so I feel like I'm looking at like a very underrated second baseman here.
Oh, some would say.
As I think he was a shortstop. Fuck yeah, he was definitely a shortstop.
Who are you thinking?
I was gonna say as Drupal Cabrera.
Oh,
He was
that would've
definitely
been a good
not
guess.
underrated though.
Nope, but that would have been a good guess.
He was a multi-time All-Star. I don't know. I need some more stats.
Okay. We will give you all the way up to games, I think. Yep.
Is that 3 different teams at the bottom?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so they played quite a bit for the first 2 teams, and it looks like the 1 year with the last team. Not a lot of home runs until the middle of their career either. Oh, man. Played a lot of games, though.
Okay, I'm going to give you everything because we're probably taking too long here, and I think
Okay.
you'll get it right away.
Oh, my God.
Scooter
Scooter Jeanette.
Attaboy.
Once I saw Milwaukee to Cincy, I knew it.
Yep. I saw
Damn.
I saw a clip of him on TikTok today, and I was like, oh, that's my guess who, because that's Austin's boy.
Yeah. All right.
We got a hockey player here. Let's see if I
We
can get
do
it quick.
have a hockey player.
Oh,
Look away because I don't know how far I want to go for this.
Okay, you're good.
Let's go.
I think this is the first ever This is
Okay.
the first ever hockey player.
We'll go to here.
Okay.
I don't know how much I'm giving away here with a hockey player.
Okay, hang on.
Because I don't know a ton about hockey stats. Yeah, it's a very long career, as you could tell.
Yeah, holy shit. So I'm looking at a shot percentage, shots on goal. I'm trying to read the awards, but I can't really tell. What's that? Okay, so he won Rookie of the Year, it looks like, his rookie year. Second in the
I think
Calder,
that's what AR is. Second in the Calder, yep.
and then kind of faded
Won a
away
Smythe.
little bit.
I don't know.
Never
What
really
is
made an
the-
All-Star game? That's crazy. Huh. Long career. Probably not active. Does that change positions? It's hard to... Hang on. Let me try to zoom in on this. I can't really see it. It's hurting my eyes. There we go. This might help a little bit. Oh. Here we go. Oh, there we go. I just had to zoom in a little bit. Okay. Won a Smythe. 22nd in the heart. 26th in the heart. I will throw out... Let's just throw out Mario Lemieux to start.
No.
Oh, so
We'll give you...
Oh, okay. I'm just confused how he didn't make the All-Star game, but he basically won the MVP.
I'm going to
in
go to there.
Okay. I don't know what EV is.
Let me look real quick.
Because PP's power play, obviously. So he had some power play goals. Hockey's hard, man.
I'm looking to see what EV is right now.
Time on ice.
Glossary.
Oh, EV's even strength. That's what it is.
Oh, yep. We're done.
Score. Who won Rookie of the Year and came in second in the Calder? No, AR isn't. Calder's the best rookie. I don't know what AR is, honestly.
Fuck, I just closed it out. Why couldn't you be quicker?
I'm sorry.
All right, that's fine. I got it up. So, AR is... Oh, it's not going to say. All rookie.
Oh, all rookie team, okay. And second in the Calder. Austin Matthews. Nope, he hasn't played that long. I take that guess back. He
Well,
hasn't
just...
played that long.
I'll just give you years. Look away, because I don't know how far I got to go for this.
Okay, go ahead.
Give you... Right there.
So his years. He played till 2015-16. Started in 2000. Oh. Is this really easy and I'm an idiot? Datsuk.
No.
He made a bunch of All-Star games. That was a stupid guess.
I don't know if this is going to help at all, but...
Age doesn't really help. Can you give me his position?
Yeah, let me see how far I gotta go.
Well, yeah, I don't think you have to. You don't have to reveal it. Just tell
Oh, I didn't know. He was a center.
Okay, that doesn't help at all. Fuck.
Okay, ready?
Okay, so he played with one. He played on 5 different teams.
I'll give you a hint. It's his birthday today.
It's his birthday today. That doesn't really help me at all.
Okay, ready?
I don't know whose birthday is today. Yeah, go ahead.
Ready for the teams?
Yep. Tampa Bay to Dallas to the Rangers to Chicago, 1 year in Detroit. Dude, why am I not able to get this? Oh, God, this is embarrassing. 1 year in Detroit.
I didn't know if you would get this one, honestly.
1 year in Detroit in 2015-16. Who's the old fart that we had on that team as a center? Played for Tampa. Went to Dallas. Went to the Rangers. Chicago for a year. Oh, fuck. Dude. All right, I give up. Who is it?
It's Brad Richards.
Oh. Yeah, I don't think I was going to get that. Good one, though.
I don't know how I got that. I was just scrolling through random things, and I saw that it was his birthday, and I was like, you know what? He played for Detroit. It's his birthday. Jake might know him. We're going to give it to him.
That's a random guess who. I like it, though. All right, sorry we took too long on that. Let's get into some NFL now. We're just going to kind of go over our reactions to our team's draft. The only thing I do want to mention, there's 2 things before we get into it. Will Levis slid to the second round. That was kind of nuts, but he went early. Tennessee traded up and got him, which was interesting. They're giving up on Malik Willis after a year. Kind of shocking.
I don't know if I'd say they're fully giving up. Because, I mean, they still might... I mean, they still have Tannehill.
They do.
So, like, they could really just be giving up on everyone. Tannehill and Willis. Or they could throw Tannehill out there and let both of them learn and see which one's better.
Yep. And then the other thing I wanted to mention was Michigan's kicker and punter got drafted. Jake Moody went in the 3rd round, which was nuts to me. It really shows how bad kicking has been lately, that they're drafting kickers so much earlier. Brad Robbins, I think, was drafted in the 5th round, a punter.
So I'm not going to lie, I really wanted Jake Moody.
I think everybody wanted Moody.
But I was not willing to give up a 3rd round pick for.
Oh, Brad Robbins was a 6th round pick. But yeah, I kept saying, I don't think I said it on the show, but to all my buddies, I said, I want to take Jake Moody in the 5th round. I want the Lions to take him. And then he went in the 3rd fucking round, which, like we talked about last week with Bus, drafting a kicker early is usually not a good thing. And when you look at Roberto Aguayo, so we shall see.
Yeah.
But let me do my Lions reaction first. I think it'll be quick. So they traded back out of the 6th pick, which was fine. I really wanted them to take Witherspoon or Will Anderson. They were both off the board. I guess they could have taken Jalen Carter, but obviously there's some character issues there. He's kind of out of shape too, and he doesn't really fit our team. So not mad about the trade back there. But then they took a running back with the 12th overall pick, and it wasn't Bijan Robinson. And I'm going to be honest.
Well, I mean, Bijan was gone.
Bijan was gone. Yep, I know. But I'm just saying, if you had told me before the draft that a running back was going at pick 12, I would have said, oh, Bijan went earlier than I thought. No, Bijan went 8th to the Falcons. And then we took Jahmyr Gibbs out of Bama. Can't go wrong with a Bama running back, really. And then we traded Swift
And Gibbs
for some
was
picks.
good.
Gibbs was good, and you pair him with Montgomery. So they're just doing that two-back system again. It could work out. I just didn't like it at first. But then with their actual first-round pick, they took a linebacker, which was great. We needed defense. This dude won Linebacker of the Year. I don't remember the name of the award, but he went to Iowa. Just everything you love about a linebacker. Big 10, big guy, fast. People were comparing him to Urlacher is what I saw. Obviously, comparisons don't mean shit, but I do like that. And then second round there, we went Sam Laporta, tight end. Don't hate it. Glad we didn't waste the first on a tight end. You need somebody. And then our second round pick, I loved. Brian Branch out of Bama. Never heard of the guy.
I will say, you never heard of him?
Never heard of him, but I watched his tape. Holy shit. Dude could be great. Our defense might be actually good this year. You pair him up with C.J. Gardner-Johnson.
Yeah, I did like that pick. I do like Branch. I actually remember seeing him in a couple games. Maybe it was the Tennessee game. I don't know. But he was a good player, and I do think he'll fit well in your guys' defense. So,
speaking of Tennessee, our third-round pick, we took Hendon Hooker. Transition. I was fucking shocked that they took Hendon Hooker. 1, he's 25. 2, he just tore his ACL.
As soon as that happened, I let it fly in the group chat. And don't get me wrong, I love Hendon Hooker.
Dude, I loved him too. I thought he was going to be a great NFL quarterback because he could be ready since he's so old. But then he tore his ACL. Like, what is up with us and drafting guys that just recently tore their ACL? J-Mo last year had a torn ACL. But, I was talking to my dad about this, man. I didn't love the Lions draft, but I trust it. And I trust Brad Holmes fully, and we'll see. But when Jared Goff is 28, his replacement shouldn't be 25. You know what I mean?
That's fair.
You're not getting a whole lot younger there. So
yeah.
But Jared Goff obviously is not Hendon Hooker. Hendon Hooker's mobile. He could be great. I really hope I'm wrong. Obviously, there's a reason that I'm sitting here talking to nobody, and those guys have a job. So, but I do.
I don't know if I would say he's not super mobile. Like, I don't know. Like, he's more of a pocket passer.
Mobile than Goff. He's way more mobile than Goff. That's what I was trying to say.
I'd say it's pretty similar, especially now that he tore his ACL.
Yeah, but here's the thing: is that they're not going to be rushing him back. He's not going to play for a year or two unless Goff gets hurt.
Yeah, that's true.
But
I
found out we didn't have a backup quarterback, and third-round picks are cheap as fuck. So
the Packers also did not have a backup quarterback.
So I don't hate the Hendon Hooker pick. And then we took a D tackle. He looks big. Love him. And then we didn't have a fourth. Our fifth-round pick was an O-lineman. And then I believe we just had a seventh round, and it was a wide receiver. So recapping, didn't hate it, but didn't love the draft. I wanted a wide receiver earlier, and I'm kind of pissed we didn't take a cornerback. That'll be interesting to see. Cornerback was one of our weakest positions. And we lost Okuda. Obviously, we signed 2. But one of them is suspended, so not sure what we're going to do there. And one of the other guys we signed, he had an injury problem for San Fran last year, so not going to get too crazy about it. But
if you had to grade it, what would you grade their draft?
I would give them a C+.
Okay.
And the reason I say that is that I didn't hate it, I didn't love it, so I feel like it's a C. But I did see a lot of people, a lot of the experts, in quotes, that loved it. Todd McShay being one of them, dude. He, on round 1, he was loving it. Round 2, he kept sucking him off. So I love McShay, and I hope he's right. So that's why I gave him the C+. But like a C+, can't be mad, but you're not really super happy about it.
All right.
Talk to me about your Packers.
So the Packers. We started off drafting a defensive end, Lucas Van Ness, out of Iowa.
That kid's a fucking monster.
Here's the thing. So I like the pick based on the fact that I think he can be developed into an absolute stud.
Mm-hmm.
Do I think he would have been available later? Absolutely.
Here's the thing, though, and here's what I've started to realize. When you've got your guy, you've got your guy.
Yeah, absolutely. You have to go get your guys. Yeah.
Yep.
I guess what worries me the most is like he played at Iowa and never started a game. And he still recorded 14 sacks in 2 seasons, which is pretty good. But like, I don't know. I saw some of his highlights too, and he was just like, he couldn't. I don't want to say he couldn't put up a fight against. It was like highlights against the top 2 offensive tackles taken in the draft. So it was Paris Johnson and Skoronski.
Western guy. Yep.
Yeah, and like he didn't overpower him. Like he didn't beat him a lot. Like he fell a couple times, and I was like, it kind of looked sloppy. So I'm hoping he develops into what people are saying. People are comparing him to Preston Smith and J.J. Watt, which if it's somewhere in the middle of those two, that would be fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I would love that. And I guess combining him with Rashawn Gary once Rashawn Gary's healthy, I think we could have a great D-line. I just hope that it pans out right. So we went him at 1, our only pick in the first. Then we went with Luke Musgraves, tight end out of Oregon State. I believe he's also coming off of an injury. Yes, he's coming off of a season-ending knee injury and had just 2 touchdowns in his career. But he, for a tight end, like he's 6'6", 253. Looking at his highlights, he doesn't look that big. Like he looks like he's going to be a deep threat. I shouldn't say deep threat, but like a vertical threat pass catching tight end, which is great because that's exactly what Jordan Love needs right now is another receiver, and a big guy like that I think is going to be huge. Once again, the lack of play time in college kind of scares me. But I guess the Packers had their guys, and they're going and getting them, and I hope it pays off. I mean, by the way, this tight end ran the 4th fastest 40-yard dash of tight ends in the NFL Combine, so hopefully he can burn some guys too. But
4th fastest ever or of this draft?
I think it was of this draft. He's a vertical, ran the 4th fastest 40-yard dash out of the tight ends at the NFL Combine, so this year.
Gotcha.
And tight ends were pretty loaded this year, too.
Mm-hmm.
Then we went Jaden Reed out of Michigan State. You probably know more about him than I do.
Yeah, so I was shocked when I saw that pick because they were saying he was going to go 3rd round, but he's a stud, dude. I watched a lot of MSU games just because of the friends that I have around here, but he was the only good piece that MSU had, and he's quick. He can catch. I think he had a pretty big injury his junior year, but that was 2 years ago. So, and
I'll say that I think that he's the type of receiver that this team needs because we have Watson, who's going to be like our big route running guy.
Yep.
We have Dobbs, who's probably going to be our slot guy.
Yep.
And now we kind of need like a burner who's not going to play in the slot. With like exactly a possession guy, and I feel like this is exactly what Reed is. He's not big by any means, but
he is quick.
Yeah, he's quick, and from what I'm seeing from reviews, he's a good route runner. He can make crisp cuts, and I guess he's also a very good. Actually, I did know this. He's a very good punt and kick returner. So we could always use one of those because our special teams has been dog shit.
What year was it? I think last year's game, the only touchdown MSU had against Michigan, it was him on a punt return. I'm pretty sure. Don't quote me on that. All right, we're running out of time. Why don't you hit your last couple points on the Packers draft here?
Okay, Tucker Kraft, we drafted another tight end, more of a blocking tight end. He can catch, but they compare him to, I don't even remember who they compare him to. I think they compared him to like who am I thinking of? Zach Ertz, No, I don't know. But he's a bigger guy. I like the 2-end set that I guess we might run this year. We went with a D tackle in the 4th round. I don't know a ton about him, but we can always use extra D linemen, especially with the Smiths. Well, not the Smiths, but Preston Smith getting old and everything. Then we took Sean Clifford in the 5th. We needed a backup. I don't mind Sean Clifford. It's kind of weird with Jordan Love and Sean Clifford being close in age, but anyways, kind of similar. It's kind of similar to the Goff and Hendon Hooker thing, but
yeah, but Clifford will be a career backup for sure. He's not going to start anywhere.
100%. I took another running back out of Virginia, a D end out of Bowling Green, a kicker out of Auburn in the 6th round, which I want to make a point about this. I saw this today. People are getting big mad online because this kicker is wearing number 17 this year.
Why are they mad about
Devontae Adams.
Oh. Why are they getting mad? He's gone. Fuck him.
That's what I'm saying. And I guess this is Dylan Carlson's brother, which makes things even worse.
Yeah.
Because, no, like, actually, I'm pretty sure it's Dylan Carlson's brother.
Yeah, that's convenient.
And, yeah, Vegas, just, yeah. Anyways, took a cornerback out of Kentucky in the 7th, and then a running back, a safety, and a wide receiver. I'd say our best pick, honestly, Anthony Johnson Jr. was a safety that we got out of Iowa State in the 7th round. His overall rank came at 171, and we got him in the 7th round.
That's a steal.
Yeah.
What would you... Well, before you do that, that Lou Nichols, the running back out of Central, he's fucking fast as shit. Obviously, he probably won't see the field, but dude is fucking fast.
I mean, he could always be like a fill-in. I don't know, like a...
He could be a third
3 deep
running back.
3 deep back.
Who do you have past... I don't think you have
A.J.
another
Dillon.
running
I don't
back
know.
past Dillon.
We did last year. I don't know who was still there this year, but
anyways, what would you grade the draft?
I was gonna give him a B. I think we hit most of the spots that we needed. We got Jordan Love some help. We got defensive ends. I wish if there was anything I wish if we would have done anything, I wish we would have gotten some offensive tackles so that we could try to get rid of Bakhtiari and just some of our high cap values and kind of restart from there.
Yep.
But, I mean, start one piece at a time. We at least got the weapons, so.
Yeah, I think B's a fair grade, and I think that's about where I'd put it. You got the tight end you needed, and then the linebacker could work out, but like you said, he didn't look great against those good offensive tackles. So, now, my favorite part of the show. Top 5 celebs we would like to punch in the face. Why don't you get us started? Who do you got at number 5?
Number 5. I'm going to shift my list around here a little bit. I'm going to go number 5, Jake Paul.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Just douche, loud.
Douchebag.
Hate his
loud.
YouTube videos from a long time ago. Yeah. I would punch him if I could. Yeah.
Yep. That's the thing with this list. We're obviously going to miss a lot, and it'll be fun to see who we included or who I included that you didn't. So my number 5, I put Ryan Seacrest.
I almost did that.
He's caused me more pain than I can even think of. He created the show The Kardashians. I don't know if you knew that. I hate that fucking show because my mom used to always watch it, and their voices and the Kardashian growl. And then he always ruined American Idol with his fake happiness. I hate this guy. I would punch him in the mouth. You're number 4.
Yeah, that shit is annoying. Number 4. I'm going to go... Oh, yep. Mark Zuckerberg.
Really? Not on my list.
Oh, my God, yes. Just look up a picture of...
He's got a punch.
All I had to do was see a picture of his face, and I was like, wow, I would punch the shit out of that dude. Like, also... Facebook has done some sketchy things in the past, so...
Yep. They're stealing my info.
Exactly.
That's a good pick. My number 4, Robert Pattinson.
I almost put that on mine.
I would just do anything to punch this little vampire bitch right in the mouth.
I don't understand.
He's so fucking pale. He talks like a little bitch. I hate him.
I just don't understand the attractiveness.
Yes! He's got a good jawline, and that's it, dude. Why are girls obsessed with this guy? That's all he's got is a jawline. He's got stupid hair, a stupid face. He's pale, he's ugly, and he's annoying. All right, you're number 3.
Roger Goodell.
Dude, he's in my honorable mentions.
I didn't know where I wanted to put him on my list because I feel like I have a couple of like 1A, 1B, 2A, 2B kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I was kind of like debating where I wanted to put him. So I'm just going to throw him right in the middle. I fucking hate Roger Goodell. Although, I will say, I like how when he came out to the draft, he was cheering everybody to like boo him louder. Mm-hmm. Like they started booing, he's like, come on! Yep. And hyping him up. And I was like, all right, that kind of got some respect, but.
My number 3 is Jackson Mahomes. Oh. This fucking guy makes the most annoying TikToks. He's just, oh my God. You ever hate somebody so much you can't put it into words? Like, you just deep down hate this human being. He's cocky. And you know what? I'm going to pair him with, I would never actually hit a woman. Let me say that. But I'm going to throw Mahomes' wife in there too. She's annoying as fuck. I would have Sid punch her in the face for me, and I'll take. I left
women
Mahomes
off my list just for that reason.
Yes,
I didn't want to.
That's why I said I would have Sid punch her for me. But Jackson Mahomes is cocky. He has no talent. If his brother wasn't Patrick Mahomes, he would be he would work at McDonald's. But instead, he's got millions of dollars because his brother is making stupid money because he's actually got talent. And this fucking talentless little prick gets to dance around and blah, blah, blah. And yeah. He's also a scumbag. You hear about
Yep.
He was like groping that lady at the nightclub or whatever. Fucking pussy. All right, go ahead. You're number 2. That one, it sounds like that one should be higher on my list, maybe.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, you know what? I take it back.
2 and 1 are.
I'm putting Jackson Mahomes at 1. I'm changing my list. Jackson Mahomes is at 1.
Okay.
Sorry. Go ahead. You're number 2.
Tom Brady.
Disagree.
I don't need a reason.
Disagree. I would not punch Tom. I like Tom.
I would fucking knock the shit out of Tom. Oh. I have an honorable mention that we're going to have to get to after this, by the way.
All right. My number 3 then, right? Because I already did 1. I moved Jackson to 1.
So you need 3 and 2, yes.
Yeah, okay. My number 3 is Justin Bieber. Knocked him down
I also
from 2
thought
to 3.
about that one.
I used to hate his voice, and now I just hate his face, and I want to punch him. That's it, man. I mean, I'll still bop to some of his old songs.
You can't do that he's disabled now. You can't do that.
What do you mean?
Half his face doesn't work.
For real? What's he got?
Yes.
Bell's palsy or what?
No, I forgot what it's called, but like half of his face is like paralyzed, and he's still working on like coming back from it.
Oh.
It's
well, then
just
I would like to punch
Ramsey's
Justin
disease,
Bieber
I think,
in
or something
gut.
like that.
I'd like to punch him in the gut.
Okay. That's fair.
There you go. All right. Your number 1.
1.
Yes.
If you had to guess, who do you think I'd put here?
I feel like there's somebody I'm not thinking of, and we're running out of time, so why don't you just go ahead?
Joe Buck.
Okay, that's a good pick. That's a good pick.
If the announcers aren't supposed to be biased unless they're like working for a special, like a certain team, Joe Buck is the most anti-fucking Wisconsin sports announcer I've ever heard in my entire fucking life, and I cannot stand it. He's a Cowboys fan. It could be the fucking Eagles versus the Packers, and he'd still take the Eagles.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
I will say, Joe Buck football, I want to punch him in the face. Joe Buck baseball, I kind of like. Joe Buck has had some
Debatable.
very good postseason baseball calls.
Yeah.
And he doesn't really have bias.
His team must not ever be there. Yeah.
I just don't think he has a baseball team, and that makes him good. But I agree. He's always dick riding the Cowboys because he dick rides Troy Aikman.
Yeah.
So my number 2 then, my number 1 as a reminder was Jackson Mahomes. My number 2 is Flo from Progressive. This bitch.
I think we read the same article, by the way.
Huh?
I think we read the same article.
Probably. But it just kind of fueled a hatred for me. I needed some ideas, you know?
Yeah.
So their quote, I took this direct from that article, I believe. There is no one less funny and more punchable than Flo. And then I added, she's on my TV screen way too much. She interrupts some good conversations because she's loud and annoying, and she's just not funny. And I would punch her in the face.
I would punch the other progressive guy.
The guy, too. Yeah.
Over Flo.
Yeah. Well,
he's way worse.
Shit, you're probably right. That guy, what's his Jamie.
Yes.
That fucking guy. You're
he's
right.
horrible.
You're right. So I would punch Jamie, and I'd have Sid punch Flo. That's what I would do.
Oh, okay. There.
Okay. That's
then you get 2 for 1.
Yep. All right. Honorable mentions. Like I said, I had Roger Goodell on mine. I'll just run through all of mine. Jaden Smith. He's not Will Smith. James Corden. That was a personal from the heart. I fucking hate him. He's not funny. He ruins carpool karaoke. That could be a really cool series if he wasn't so annoying. What was I watched a video on him the other day about how he's just a dick. There's a couple clips of him like being entitled and like not signing autographs, and like I get it, man. The paparazzi is annoying, but sign some autographs once in a while. Not a single one.
Yeah.
And then also from the list, Andy Cohen. My mom loves those Bravo TV shows, and he's always hosting the after shows or whatever, and he just got rich off of rich women fighting. And it's just like,
oh, okay.
A lot of these people I also just envy. So that's another part. And then I just thought of one that I was while we were talking. Shit. Oh, Tim Legler. Do you know who that is?
I don't think so.
Okay, he's an ex-basketball player.
I've heard the name.
He's an ex-basketball player. He's now an analyst on ESPN. I see him all the time. It's fucking annoying.
Oh.
I hate him.
Yeah.
He's ugly.
Okay.
So, there. Your honorable mentions.
Travis Kelce. Especially
Really?
after the whole Lombardi beer spike, I 100% would.
Okay.
And then I was trying to think. Jay Leno would probably be on there.
Really? You've got some interesting picks.
Conan O'Brien.
Very punchable face, but I do like
That
Conan
dude's
O'Brien.
fucking annoying.
I like him, though.
I just looked up late night TV host because I was trying to find a special one, and it was Conan O'Brien. I would punch the shit out of him. That was really all I had, though.
Okay.
Oh, Garrett Cole. I would punch the shit out of him.
Yep. Aaron Rodgers, I would punch in the face for sure. That was too obvious.
Jared Goff, 100%.
Bullshit, you would not punch Jared Goff in the face.
Matthew Stafford.
No, you wouldn't. You have no reason to hate them. You've dominated them as a Packers fan.
Oh, you know who actually, I was going to put this on my list? Jay Cutler.
Yeah.
That dude he just has a punchable face.
I've been trying to think of him for so long. Oh, my God.
Yeah, Jay Cutler.
Yep. Goodell for sure was a pick that I should have had on mine. I don't know how I forgot that.
Yeah.
All right, I'm loading up roulette right now. A spin is going right now. There's like 2 seconds, so I didn't have time.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to think of some more names or some faces I'd like to punch. There's a ton.
Oh, speaking of the draft, did you see Deuce Vaughn? Cool moment, Deuce Vaughn.
I know he got drafted. Where did he go?
He got drafted by the Cowboys, and his dad is a scout for the Cowboys.
Oh, yeah.
And his dad got to make the call and say, he was like, hey, son, he's like, how'd you like to come to work with me tomorrow? And that was basically how he told him he was drafted to the Cowboys. So I think that's dope. Deuce Vaughn's a beast. Are we getting ready?
Yep, we are in, just waiting on the spin.
All right, we got 4, 12, 14, 23, 27, and 30. Oh, that's a little small. Any chance you can enlarge that?
Enlarge what? It's full screen, dog.
No, I know the lightning.
We got a lightning number.
4? No,
27.
Oh, I can't see them, so
I can't either. And it's gonna be a mystery. And it's down. It's a 2.
2.
Come on, Eileen. Damn. Well, all right.
I took 2 last week, bro.
Did you? Oh, damn. I hit one right before the show,
I was debating between 4 and 2.
I hit 0 right before the show. Anyways.
That sucks.
That wraps up the show. I hope you enjoyed the faces we would want to punch. I have somebody in mind. I just can't think of their name right now. And I'm trying so hard to think. Oh, Claude Lemieux. Claude Lemieux. That's what it is. Do you know who that is?
It sounds like a punchable name. I know the name. I just don't remember the face.
Colorado hockey players.
Yeah.
They were involved in that huge fight. Anyways, have a great weekend, everybody. Let's hit some takes, scores, and See you next week.
Peace.